Hello, my old school soul food family. Chef Jeffrey back with another video. All right, y'all. It is Fish Friday, Seafood Friday, Shrimp Friday, but really it's Crab Friday. Oh yeah, I got me some fresh crab meat here, y'all. Actually, it's pasteurized crab meat. I just took it out of the can. 1 pound. I said, oh, you know what? I'm gonna make me some crab cakes. I love crab cakes, y'all. When I go to a restaurant and I see crab cakes on the menu, I mean, a real fancy restaurant, I order it. I love me some crab cakes with a little cocktail sauce on there. Absolutely amazing. You know who has some good crab cakes? If you're in the area, if y'all got one in your area, I talked about this on my live one time, is Papa Do's. It costs like almost 30 bucks, but it is absolutely amazing. It's nice and fluffy and flavorful. This is an appetizer. It's a big crab cake too. But yeah, if you ever go to Papa Do's, and they got that crab cake appetizer on there, get it. It's absolutely amazing. So that's what I'm doing today, y'all. We're gonna make some crab cakes here. Get in here. Get over here. Now, it's very simple. I got everything ready to go here. We ain't playing around. Just like, and actually this is a recipe that we use on my job that I retired from 1.5 years ago, almost 2 years ago. It's been almost 2 years since I've worked for somebody, y'all. See how the years go by? It's been almost 2 years since I had to go and clock in at a job. So, and I'm only 55 years old. So anyway, I got some regular lump crab meat. I don't have jumbo lump. I'm not gonna use jumbo lump. This here costs $25 a pound. The jumbo lump gonna cost you about $30-something a pound. Then you got colossal, then you got back fin. This is jumbo lump right here. I mean, this is regular lump, but they call it back fin. Because it come off the back fin of the crab. That's the part of the crab that comes off. That's what I got right here. Perfect for crab cakes. I got some breadcrumbs here. Now, at my job I retired from, at the country club, we didn't use breadcrumbs. We would use crushed up Melba, fresh toasted Melba toast, and we crush it up. And that's what we would use, but I'm using breadcrumbs. Same thing. I got a little Worcestershire sauce, chopped onion. You can use celery too. Y'all know I'm not a big celery fan. So we could put celery in it. At my job, we use celery. I'm not a celery fan, so I'm eating that out. But very small chopped onions. I got some mayonnaise here, Hellman's mayonnaise, a little lemon juice, egg whites, and a little Old Bay seasoning, and a little salt and pepper. That's it, y'all. All we gonna do, y'all, we gonna dump all this in the bowl together and mix it, let it sit a little bit. We're gonna form it out in patties, and it's gonna be good to go. Try to get all the wet in here first. There's really no way, it's no science how you do this, y'all. Egg whites in there, throw onions in there. Put the Old Bay seasoning in there. Throw my mayonnaise in here. Now sometimes you gotta kind of play around with it. You might have to add more mayonnaise to it. If it's not too thick or too thin as it sets up. One thing about me, y'all, I do not like a crab cake with a lot of bread in it. When I eat a crab cake, I want it to be crabby. If that's any kind of a word. I'm gonna put a little salt and pepper in here, not much, y'all. Maybe 1 teaspoon, because remember we got that Old Bay seasoning in there. So we don't want to get too much. And that's it, y'all. That's done. How easy is that, huh? How easy is that? Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let this kind of sit up by 10-15 minutes and let that breadcrumb kind of soak up that moisture in that crab meat, and we're gonna come back. We're gonna form it in patties on a floured sheet pan. And we're going to brown these bad boys off. That's how easy this is. So anyway, y'all, we'll be right back. All right, y'all, we are back here. Okay, y'all. I let this sit up about 20 minutes. And see how stiff that's got? That's what you want right there. That's what you want, where to kind of hold together. Now, all I'm going to do, I got 2 scoops here. I was kind of looking at it. I think I'll do my small scoop here. And what I'm going to do, y'all, I'm going to just put it right here on the pan, kind of mash it down a little with the flour on the bottom. That'll give me a nice portion there. go. Show y'all another one here. Might show them all this, so I just while my thing is heating up here. I don't know how many I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. Maybe half a dozen, maybe 8. But it's very important you have the flour on the bottom so it don't stick, because that's gonna help brown your, of course, you know that's gonna help brown your crab cakes off. Well, that's common sense. There's one more out of here, y'all. Oh, it's gonna be a big one here. It's gonna be a Texas size one here, y'all. I think I can get 2 out of here. Do it like this. My hands are clean, y'all. I washed them yesterday. Somebody ain't gonna get that. Somebody will. All right. There we go. Put that over there out the way. I got my skillet heating up here. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a little flour on the top here. Get this stuff out the way here. I'm gonna put a little flour on the top of these. Flour out here. Put a little on the top, and let's go. So we brown the top. I have flour on it also. When we put it in the skillet, that's gonna help give it a little, just a little head start to the brown. So, let me see if my oil's hot over here. Make sure your oil is hot. I think I'll be able to get them all in here, y'all. Let's move over here to my skillet. And we're gonna see if I can go ahead and get them in here. Make sure you coat them with flour really, really good. And just go right in the skillet with them. Very simple, very easy. And you want to dust off excess flour, y'all. Any excess flour, make sure you dust it off. Get them all in there. Like I said, the flour gonna give it that nice golden brown look. And like I say, y'all, I like crab cakes that taste like crab, not breadcrumbs. I know y'all tasted those. Taste like breadcrumbs. You don't taste no crab meat. And yeah, this is real crab, y'all. Crab that start with a C, not a K. Okay, got that in there. All right, there we go. Got that cooking off really good. We're gonna let that cook brown a little bit, and I'll be back when it's time to turn it over. We'll be right back. All right, y'all, we back. Okay, now we're gonna turn them over. That's what you want. A nice golden brown color on them. See that? How pretty those are. That's what you want. That's what you want right here. Kind of move them around here. Nothing like homemade crab cakes, right? And the egg whites in there is what kind of, and the egg whites and the breadcrumb, that's your binder. That's what's going to, that's what's holding them together. And the egg whites is kind of a silent binder because you can kind of taste it, but you don't know what it is that's help binding it. That's why I don't use as much breadcrumb. That's the secret of that. Use some egg whites in there to help that breadcrumb bind it. So anyway, y'all, we'll be right back when it's time to take them off. Be right back. All right, y'all, we back. Okay, y'all. What I'm gonna do, y'all, I'm gonna take these off, put them back on this pan here, and I'm gonna put them in the oven and let them cook another maybe 10 minutes. Make sure they really, really cooked inside. That's another way we should do them at my job. we would kind of sear them off. That's what we call this, kind of sear them off. And we put them in the oven. And then especially we had a party for 300 with crab cakes. That's how we would do it. We sear them ahead of time. And then we would put them in the oven when it was time for the party. So anyway, I'll put these in the oven, y'all, about maybe 10 minutes. And we're going to come back and be time to taste test. We'll be right back. All right, y'all, we are back here. We are back here. Look at this here. Now, this is definitely a $100 plate of crab cakes. Look at that. Look at those. That's a $100 plate of crab cakes. You go to the restaurant, order that many crab cakes, way over $100. And it took me, what, 25, 20, maybe 30 bucks to make all of those. So the crab was, what, $21? Then all of the other ingredients maybe come up to $2 total. So let me get me one off of here. These others over there. Give me a little cocktail sauce here. And there's different ways. You can use lemon butter with your crab cakes, y'all. You can use a hollandaise sauce with it. Some people use tartar sauce with their crab cake. Whatever you like. Just don't use ketchup. Keep it classy. Keep it classy. Don't eat no ketchup with a crab cake. Come on, keep it classy. See how moist those are, y'all? Let me put it where y'all kind of see inside. See that? Look at that. That's a lot of crab in there, y'all. It's a pound of crab meat in here. Look at this first bite. Got my cocktail sauce on there going in. Wow. And see how they're not doughy, meaning there's not a lot of bread in them. That's the key. Like I said, when you open this up, you see nothing but crab meat. Look at that big old piece of crab meat right here. See that bigger piece of crab meat? That's what you want to see when you eat crab meat. Crab cake. Look at that. Wow. I'm telling y'all, got a little kick with the tartar sauce, cocktail sauce, and Old Bay in there. Anybody from up north, up Maryland area up in there, that's the crab cake capital of the world. You know they're gonna kill you if you make crab cake without Old Bay seasoning in it. A lot of them people up north, that's a no-no. You gotta have the Old Bay in there. Ain't nothing like some Maryland crab cake. I'm gonna go to Maryland and get me some crab cake. Go to Baltimore and get me some crab cake. And get out of Baltimore as quick as I can. Wow. That's good, y'all. I can eat 3 or 4 of these like nothing. So anyway, let me close this video while I can finish my crab cake. If you like this video, please share, please comment, please subscribe, please follow me on social media accounts, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch TV, Pinterest, and oldschoolsoulfood.com. Remember the hashtag 2023, just show some kindness for Old School Soul Food. Until next time, have a blessed Old School Soul Food day, and I will definitely see y'all in the next video. Y'all have a happy, blessed Friday. Love y'all. Bye.